farmers, and welcome back to Griffin, Indiana. It is winter time. It is time to do a highlight of season number 6. We're still in season number 5, and I figured out what season we were in. Since we're doing 6-day seasons, 4 seasons a year, so 6 times 4 is 24. 24 days in a season. And if we go to my equipment, all the equipment that I had the longest, which is the Deutz-Fire, was the first thing I bought. 138 days. So this is the end of year number 6, so it's going to be a highlight of year number 7, if you will. But, of course, it's winter. We've been selling crops. I started the day with about $20,000 in the bank account. You can see we're up to $518,000. I got about $70,000 worth of canola from the 90,000 liters that I sold. I got $260,000 from the oats I just sold, and now I am selling all the milk that I have. We are loaded on up. So last trip on down. So right now we're at, just over $500,000. Keeping up with the cows, making sure all of the mixers are nice and full. I have adjusted the feed trough again. I'm feeding them 90,000 liters at a time because in a 2-day span, where is it? In a 2-day span, they're eating about 120,000 liters. So I just want to make sure they're topped off nice and full. I've been taking silage out of here as well, and yeah, the belt's doing its thing again because it got too close. Still got a good amount of silage here, over 600,000 liters. But the main thing you might want to see is the cows. We're up to 335. So the goal of 300 cows by the end of the year, we're at 335. And actually, we're on the first day of winter. So I got like 5 more days left in the season. So, could be at 350 cattle by the end of the year, which is rather nice. I've been thinking about what to do with the money. Since we're doing like a highlight of season number 6 coming up. Yeah, I might actually buy some land, and I might actually buy field number 11 just for corn silage. So I got make sure we got plenty to go because we're starting to get more and more cows. I know I got, well, I shouldn't say I know I got plenty of silage for another year, no problem. But I want to make sure I stay ahead of the curve. That's all I want to do, make sure we stay ahead of the curve. Don't want to get behind because once you start getting behind, it could be a little bit of a trouble. This morning, if you hear like it's raining, it was raining this morning, but I was doing it at 2,000 times the speed. And I've been running at 1 times the speed now for like about 20 minutes. And it still sounds like it's raining. Actually, this morning it was raining / snowing. We actually had some snow on the ground. You can kind of see I kind of crossed that farmer's field once with snow on the ground. That's why you see white tracks there. And I spun out like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to cross the field anymore. Trying to take some shortcuts. So yeah, the weather has been doing what it's doing. It's snowing, raining, whatever. But as for this episode, I don't know how far we're going to get this episode because I do have a lot of work to do. My plan was to do 2 episodes of year number 6 that were coming up, season number 6. So this episode may go until we do the summer harvest. And then the second highlights will go from planting till corn chaff. And then kind of like where we ended last episode, harvesting soybeans. And speaking of soybeans, as we got another $65,000 from selling that milk, we have 505,000 liters of soybeans in our silo. So I think I got pretty, well, I don't remember what I had in the silo before the harvest, but right now in total we got 505,000 liters of soybeans to sell next season. As for our canola field that we planted, you can see the canola is growing. It is fully fertilized. It is ready to go. I'm probably going to fertilize the cereal crop fields before I plant fertilizer. Before I plant wheat in it, we're going to plant wheat this upcoming season because I know it's going to take more. It looks like the manure spreader puts down 80 kilograms worth of manure, and I'm pretty sure the cereal crop is going to need more than that. So this is update number 1 for you in this episode. I don't know how long the episode is going to be because I've never done anything like this. I wanted to move the seasons along because I don't want the episodes to get repetitive. I want to see in the episodes where we make progress, and we've been kind of in a stalemate for like the past maybe year or so. Even though I've been buying, stuck in the gate. Usually I hit that, but yeah, we've been kind of this stalled a little bit. So yeah, I want to make sure we get the cows up. So maybe once we do the end of the highlights. Maybe next episode, with all this money I got, we'll buy more fields. I got to combine the other fields together. So we'll be doing more than what the jobs that we've been doing. So right now, like I said, it's the first day of winter. I have nothing else to do this winter at all. I've sold everything that I have to sell or is at the right time to sell. Like I said, we got a whole bunch of soybeans. Like I said, we got, where is it here? No, this way. Yeah, 505,000 liters of soybeans to sell. I better sell them this year because the capacity in the silo was 900,000. And the amount of soybeans I could end up next year could get me to the capacity. So I better make sure I don't miss the peak next season. So just a reminder, we got 335 cows on the first day of winter. The stats are looking good. No cows have passed away yet. Now, someone may say, how do you know you're in year 6? I just told you how to figure it out. When you got some cows that are, where are they? So we got some cows that are almost 7.5 years old. The reason why they're older than the amount of days we played, because we bought cows. And when you buy cows, I think they're 2 years old if you buy them. When you buy them from the livestock market, I do believe they're 2 years old, which is a mature enough age for them to have offspring. Yeah, right here. So the 1.9 years old, the females. The males are 0.8 or 0.6. Kind of interesting how they do that. But we bought 20 cows the first year, 10 Holsteins and Shire. Never mind. We bought 10 of each. So we have like 20 cows are older than the amount of years that we played. So the way I'm going to go by what year is played by how old our equipment is. So this is the end of year number 6. And we're going into year number 7. That's correct. I may have screwed up before. When I did the math, it was 5 3/4 years old our machines is. So this is year number 6, and year number 7 is what we're coming up on. So it's going to be a highlight year of number 7. At least that's the plan. So, yep, sold all the milk that we had currently. All the grain is sold except for the soybean. And like I said, I got nothing else left to do until basically like the first day of spring, maybe. Because the winters here in Griffin, Indiana on this geo are not harsh. It's not really cold. So maybe even the last day of winter, I can maybe start doing some field work. And what temperature does the wheat need to be at? 43 ground temperature. So maybe the second day. So I'll probably bring it back when we start planting, maybe. And do like a little bit 10-minute update of what's going on when we plant, because it'll be spring. I don't want to skip the complete, I don't want to go from first day of winter to like the second day of summer. That's a big span. So I'll see you in the beginning of spring. We'll just do a little bit of an update of what's going on with the cows, because that's what we're really here for. And of course, we'll be doing some planting in the wheat field. And yeah, I guess that's it for the update for now. So I got about a lot of time lapsing, or not time lapsing, time forwarding to do, and then pausing because it takes a while for the water trough to fill back up. But refresh my memory, I got to keep saying over 335 cows. 335 cows. I'll try to remember to look at the last day of winter to see how many cows we've had, because my goal was 300. I hope we get to 350. Anyways, I'll see you like the second, third day of springish, whatever day I start planting. Spring is here, but I'm not yet doing any field work. The reason I brought you back already is I'm selling milk. Not because I had a lot of it, 256,000 liters I think it was. It's because there's a great demand for milk down here at our sell point. 1,900 and something is going for. That's all I cared. I saw 1,900 and I'm like, yeah, I'm selling the milk. So we're going to get to, now we're going to be probably just shy of $1 million. And you know me, once I get that much cash in my bank account, I find that it's too much and I got to spend it some way, shape, or form. I kind of forgot, workers cannot work in the field when the ground's frozen, so Frank is back to fertilizing. I may be over-fertilizing these fields again, but whatever. I am over $1 million. Terrific. So, first day of spring, how are we doing on the cow situation? Well, I'll let you know at the end of winter. I haven't checked yet today, but at the end of winter, just before midnight, we had 349 cows, just one shy of 350. So today we got 354. And the stats are all good because the feeder is feeding them right at 9 o'clock at night. So grass, they're not eating the grass because we're keeping them full on TMR. Straw we're keeping up on, water we're fine, cleanliness we're up on, so we're doing good there. So we're starting the year, we'll just say at 350. I'm hoping by the end of this year, we're up to 500. That's what I'm shooting for. That might be a bit of a stretch, But I had to bring it back because we're selling milk. Oh, I should probably show you what the total is 1900 and something. 1953 for a great demand. Usually when the great demands come up, I'm not paying that much attention. That one caught my eye. I think because that modded milk placeable that we have down, it's got the German language on it, and that word is awfully long. So when I saw the long scroll, I'm like, wait a minute, is that? I'm like, yes, it is. That's the sell point. I'm like, well, how much? Sometimes great demands are not that great of a demand. I mean, I'm happy selling milk at $1,300 at a high price. So $19.50? And I'm like, well, how much milk do we have? Because I wasn't keeping track. I was just, making sure the animals were fed and everything. I wasn't keeping track of the milk because I was like, well, I can sell the milk at any time. And I'm like, we got 250,000 liters of milk to sell. So, the air temperature is up to 49 degrees. Ground temperature is 36. I need the ground temperature to be at least 43 before we can plant the wheat. That's all we're really doing this spring. At least that was my original plan, but my plans go. But now I'm thinking with that much cash, we'll wait until daylight comes and we'll buy some fields. I know we're going to buy field number 11 for sure. I don't know if I have enough cash to buy field number 15. We shall see. But I'm going to skip to morning. I'll see when the ground temperature is warm enough and we got the Steiger tractor and the 1870 drill going, planting some wheat. And who knows, we may be working in a couple of fields because I have to do some crop sensing or ground sensing, soil sensing. I'll see you in a second. The morning of third day of spring, the ground temperature is finally warm enough. The Steiger is already going ahead. Actually, we can see him coming around the corner. Now he's planting in field number 13/17. Planting. That's wheat, right? I did change that, right? Yes, wheat. Full grain tank didn't cost me that much cash to top it on off. But he is planting wheat. So we got too much money in our bank account. We need to fix that. We need to spend it. And the best place to spend it is buying some fields. And with all calculations, we are good to go. Let's go ahead and get right into the map here. So the first thing we do is going to buy field number 11 because I want to make sure I got enough corn silage fields. This is going to be the corn silage field here in the fall. There is a crop planted in it, and currently they got oats planted in there, so that's fine. I'll probably just leave it there. But let's go into lands. This is going to cost, if it's hard to see, but $670,000 to buy that field. Let's go ahead and we're going to buy that field. Yes, please. And that brings our money down to $340,000. But we're not done yet. No, that's the wrong button. Let's go to here. Back to lands. Field number 15. This has a crop growing in as well. $185,000 for that field. Let's go ahead and buy that. And now we own field number 15. Bring us down to $155,000 in the bank account, which is fine. We should be good to go because the seed tank is already full. I may need some lime and no fertilizer. We got plenty of fertilizer. There is barley growing in this field here, but the field is so small. I think what we're going to do here, that's why I got the right spar already here. We're going to merge these fields, and we're going to plant that in. We're going to plant wheat right over it. Well, let's go ahead and unfold our lovely little subsoiler here, and let's turn on the HUD to make sure we got allowed to create fields. Make sure that is on. Does any of these fields need plowing? That's the only thing do they need any kind of plowing whatsoever? Field 15 says no. Field number 11 says no. So I just got to merge these two together. Let's try to make a... Whoops, it was down. Let's go ahead and put it back down. Let's go straight across. And like I said, I really don't care about the crop too much. If it was a bigger field, I'd be like, oh, free crop. But really, at this stage, I'm not too concerned about it. So the other thing I need to do this spring here, I guess I'm going to start working this field, is actually do some soil sampling. So we got a crop sensor to do. Now, the field that we're in has already been done. But field number 16 that we bought last year is not done. And, of course, the field we just bought, I'm pretty sure is not done either. Like I said, I may have over-fertilized field 13/17. I'm pretty sure these fields here are going to need some extra fertilizer. But like I said, I got plenty of cow manure to spread around. I think I'm up to 480,000 liters of cow manure, even though I've been using it. Yeah, but now we're up to, I haven't checked in a couple days since I showed you myself, but we're up to what? I'm going to say 360 cows maybe. So they're producing manure just as fast as they're producing milk. So, but what I need to do is I need to get these fields merged together. I'm going to turn that off for now because I don't want to actually add a field. And yeah, hopefully I can get this I keep saying crop censored. It's soil sensed before the Steiger is done over there. So the other thing I'm going to need to do is probably restart the game because Course Play is not going to see this as one merged field, which is fine. But just take me just a second to do that. So we'll get this field crop censored. Then I'll probably plant it. Then I'll figure out if it needs lime. Definitely going to need fertilizer, but that shouldn't be too hard to do. And this is a matter of waiting around until summertime so we can harvest. These fields aren't quite lined up, so we'll get it so it's kind of close. The one thing I wanted to show you was, because I saw it on the map earlier, if I go, not this page, right here. So our canola field, if we look at the crop germination, I only got 2 little spots this year that didn't germinate. So that is pretty darn good. I mean, usually I got a lot of blue spots. I don't want to see blue spots. Okay, let's go ahead and, nope, I keep hitting the wrong button. Keep that on. I want to just make sure I get those fields to overlap a little bit. That barley was looking pretty good. Like I said, it's such a small field and I don't want to have to harvest different crops here and there. I'm going to leave a little bit of it in the middle because I want to make sure I get it all. So, like I said, it's going to take me just a second to get this field merged over. Field number 11. I haven't been over there. I just know there's crop growing in there, which we saw as oats. So I'll have to see exactly what stage it's in. If it's too high, then maybe I won't even bother crop sensing it, soil sensing it until we harvest the crop. Because I don't want to get in the field if the crop is as high as that barley is. And yeah, we'll get that soil sensed and get ready for the corn. It's going to be a lot of corn chaff, but I'd rather have more than not enough. And then before you know it, I'll be fast forwarding until the summer. And then we'll have a lot of harvesting going on because now we're just adding more fields. More fields, more money. Now I think the next pile of money I may buy the big Chrome M for mowing grass, because at some point we are going to need more grass. And I'm thinking the field that I originally thought I may do corn chaff, and I could swap it around later. But I may put grass into that one. Now there are other grass fields that I could buy, but really they're not big enough for what I need to be doing, I think. But we're doing fine on straw and hay. Our storage pile is looking pretty darn good. And our straw pile is going to get bigger just because we're going to be harvesting here in a short amount of time. And we got more fields to do it in. So in a second here, I'll double check to see what our cow total looks like. And like I said, I just want to make sure I got everything here. Don't want to miss any spots. And we'll drive on over to field number 11 to see what that crop is looking like. I got to drop off the subsoiler here. I need to go up to the main farm and grab the soil sensor. Alright, let's turn that off to limit the fields. There we go. Start folding that in. Got beautiful wheat going in. And actually, should I start spreading the news? Meaning, get this worker going. This will be on a regular worker, not on course play, so they should be able to see the field all as one. Even though I got it soil sensed over there. Might as well go ahead and get to work. Alright, before I forget, for the springtime checkup, let's check on the cows. 359 cows that we're up to. Yeah, almost 500,000 liters of manure. And the milk is already back up to 47,000 liters in a couple of days. We sold that milk on the end of day number 1 of spring, and we're at the beginning of the third day of spring. So a day and a half, we're up to that much milk. Let's go drop off the subsoiler. It's not going to take, we know, the 1870 long to plant these couple of fields here. The canola is looking really good already. I'm glad we planted that at the end of last season. So that'll be ready for harvest probably on the first day it's capable of being harvested. Alright, sneak this into here. And let's go take a quick look at field number 11 to see what that crop, what the height actually is on it. So this field here, I may buy, well, I probably will buy this in the future and turn that into a grass field right here. Field number 11, yeah, that crop is awfully short, so that should not be crop destruction when I drive into it, or am I wrong here? Nope, that is crop destruction. Alright, so that's in the second growth stage. Alright, so yeah, I'm not going to soil sense that until after we harvest it in the early summer. And right now, I do plan on putting corn in there. But who knows, I may change my mind. I got to see how much of silage we got left. We still got the 2 bunkers down here that we did last season. So, got plenty of silage. I may just put soybeans in there. I should have the soil sensor right up here. And yes, I got to put it on the front as I watched, as I did in Wither Farms. Can't put this on the back or else you have to drive backwards in order for it to actually work. Alright, so there is your spring update. We're doing, like I said, we're doing pretty darn good. So right now, I think my next, the next plan, because I'm going to stick to it, I'll probably see you in early summer when it's ready for harvest. We'll be digging in, harvesting all the wheat that we're currently planting. The canola will probably be ready before then. And of course, now we got to remember I got this field right on down here. I'm not going to even bother touching field number 11. I can't get into it, and the Steger is slipping. I'll be there in a second. I'll help you with it. I can just imagine the the situation you're in. I hope you didn't cross the railroad tracks and you got plowed by the train, because that's a possibility. I did try to get course play to do 2 headlands on this field, but course play said no thank you. You are actually stuck on telephone poles, apparently. Yes, that's a problem. That's why I wanted you to do 2 headlands, but you said no. So, go figure. All right, let me get this guy up and running here. Let's raise that up. Now, if I hire, can I hire a worker? Are you going to turn it on, or is that not even possible? How about if I turn it on? So you cannot hire a worker with a crop sensor. So you know what? I'll be doing that myself, apparently. I'm not going to log out, because if I log out to redo the map and do course play, well, it's not the worst thing that would happen that I got to reset this over again. Anyways, this is going to be a fun time, I think, doing all this. So I will see you in early summer when it's time to do some harvesting. Someone knocked over a road sign, and it was not me. It is now the first day of summer, which means the canola is ready for harvest. Everything else is still growing, including all the wheat that we just planted. I say just planted, I planted in the spring, but you know, time advances. The oats in field number 11, the field that we bought early this spring, that is still growing as well. So this will be my last job for this episode. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm going to guess like 25 minutes or so. Maybe that's what it's going to be, somewhere around there. I'm kind of liking myself this condensed version of what we're doing. I don't know if I'm jamming too much in one episode, but it's nice. It's going to be nice to see the progression go through in this episode. I think we started in a way with like 330 cows in the middle of winter, somewhere around there. And I'll show you the total here in just a second. It's climbing good. It's hard to tell if it's climbing good or not, because usually we just do one day in a season for an episode, and that's about it. Now I'm doing about half a year, so it's hard to get a gauge on how fast they're multiplying. I will say this though, I'm starting to go through the material faster and faster, as you would think, as you get more cows. The silage that we have left up at the main farm, I think we're down to like 300,000 liters, which, you know, at first I'm like, well, that'll get me through the year. I'm refilling that quite often. The hay bales, I mean, we still got like just under 100 hay bales. The straw bales I'm going through pretty quick because of bedding and of course the TMR. I'm having to restock the TMR mixer about every day and a half for sure, somewhere in that area, just to make sure it's topped off. But we'll show you the totals here in a second. Another thing I need to get to, and I'm going to need your help on this, maybe I'll figure it out by the time this video goes live. I'm recording this maybe like 4 days before it goes live. But I'm having an issue with the field I soil sensed. So I'm going to show you here. Actually, I'll show it to you now because I brought it up and you're probably wondering what's he talking about. So let's bring up the precision farming sensor right here. So we go to the field and you can see, well, it's showing the nitrogen. This is, yeah, we got the cow manure spread down. It's showing the nitrogen, which is good. It's showing the yield. Now, I haven't done any yield in field 15 yet, so it's not going to show anything there. It's showing the soil types, right? And then we get to the pH level. I'm showing bare spots, if you will. Now, at first, when I did the soil sensing, I thought it was the pH level, like all around in here, and in field 16 was right in the red. It was at 4.5. I was seeing this color here, thinking the pH level is so low, it's not even registering as the lowest color. This field has been spread with lime, and it did fine in field, like in parts of 16, but I don't know why I'm getting bare spots here. And you're like, well, you didn't soil sense it. Well, of course I did, because it's showing me the soil, what type of soil is there. It's showing me the nitrogen level. It's showing me the yield, but like I said, I haven't yielded. We haven't harvested anything in this part yet since we own the fields. It showed me all that, but for some reason the pH level is not showing. Now, I took the soil sensor and went back over it, and then tried to put more lime down, still doing the same thing. It's not showing it, so I'm not sure what's going on here, and why I got patchiness up here either. I'm not sure what's going on there. So if you run into this problem, or have heard of the problem, I don't know what to say. Not too sure. But while we're here, let's go ahead and show what's going on here. Our wheat is going pretty good. We got a couple of spots that did not germinate, but that's all right. Field number 11, I did not soil sense it, didn't do anything with it because we saw that would be crop destruction. So now we're working in field number 30. The grass fields are probably going to be ready to go. But I'm going to wait on the grass field because I think what I'm going to do is when we sell the soybeans and the price is going up, I'm going to wait until it gets about $1,200 per, and I am going to buy the big Krone M to do the mowing because we're probably going to buy. I have not checked the price. What is the price of that field? Field number 31. What is the price of that field? So when we buy field 31 and 12, we're going to make those into grass fields. That's at like $500,000. The butterfly mower we got, it mows at 13 miles an hour, which is not bad at all. The working width for what we've been doing is fine. But now that we're going to be adding more grass fields, the modded Krone M that I will be using, I think, mows at 18 miles an hour, so that's going to help me get the job done a little bit quicker. Save myself just time in recording. And yeah, it mows at 18 miles. It mows 18 miles an hour, and it's wider, so it's going to just cut down the time of the job. It's not going to make the grass dry any quicker or anything like that. So after we sell the soybeans, that's when I'll start cutting the grass. So like I said, this job you're seeing here is the last job I'm going to do in this episode. We're going to finish it here together and then put the canola in the silo. Beginning of next episode, probably we'll already be harvesting the wheat in field 13, 17, 15, 14, 16. All those fields. Yeah, it's only 2 fields now, but you know what I'm saying. We'll be harvesting the wheat there, and I'm pretty sure the oats will be ready in field number 11 as well. I got to put corn in this field, and I'm definitely going to put corn in field number 11. The amount of silage I'm going through, yes, I know I got a whole bunch of silage down here in these bunkers here, and that's the other thing I got to take care of. I got to empty out one of the bunkers there, if not both. I'm not too sure how much silage we're going to get, but I got to empty out one of the bunkers because when we do the corn chaff here in the fall, I got to have a bunker down here to put it in. So I may end up keeping the bunker up above. I'm just going to transfer the silage from one of the bunkers here up there. And like one of you guys said, as long as I leave silage in one of the bunkers, I can dump silage back into it. So yeah, I got to make sure I keep silage in that bunker up there on the side that I'm taking out on. I'm not sure. I want to try dumping some silage in the other side just to see if it will take it, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. Not that big of a deal. I could always cheese it by putting, you know, maybe cut some grass in the fall, because we know we only get one cut in the year. Maybe I'll cut some grass in the fall, put it in the other bunker, has nothing into it. Not a whole lot, just enough to compact it, wrap it up, let it ferment to silage, and when I unwrap it, there's silage in that bunker that I can dump a whole lot more into there. But this will be, the bunkers down here, this will be where we put the fresh corn chaff from our fields. And then I think what we'll do is when it's ready, of course that chaff is ready, I'll get another belt down here and we'll load it on up and put the silage back up at the main farm. Because I'm glad I got the trailer and the belt up there now, because if I had to load that TMR mixer as often as I'm loading it, refilling it now with a 9,000 liter bucket, which is a really decent sized bucket for that front loader, I'd be doing that non-stop. So luckily with the belt system, I can just back up, the belt fills up the trailer, 90,000 liters of silage, and like every day and a half I got to put 90,000 liters of silage in there. And of course I'm keeping up with the straw and the hay. We are going through it quicker and quicker and quicker. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how many cows we got here once we get done with the harvesting here. So this being the first video of the highlights of season number 7, I believe. I think I figured out we're in season number 7. I'm liking, instead of just doing, usually what we've been doing is just like working in one field in one episode, and next episode we do another field. I think by this may be, like I said, too fast for you. If it is, let me know. But, you know, maybe slow it down, but maybe just do more of a I don't want to say highlight episodes, but move it along a little bit quicker than we have been doing, just so we can see the numbers of the cows progress at a more decent rate. And like I said, I don't want the series to run on extremely long. Some of you may think it's been running too long already, I don't know. But yeah, I want to end it hopefully by the end of the year. I don't want it to run too long. Like I said, I even forgot what episode we're on now. Whatever episode, I think we're like at 70 or something like that or so. And like I said, we started with 330 cows this episode, but I think you're going to be pretty happy with the amount of cows we have now. I know I am. A couple times, I'll admit, I have cheated and looked and said, oh, the cow total's not going up. And then like an hour later in the game, I check it, I'm like, whoa, that went up quite a bit. So it's kind of interesting to see where it is. Now just remember, I did try to set a goal for 500 cows by the end of this season. So we were at 350 at the beginning of the season, 349 to be exact. So I need 150 cows this year, and this is the first day of summer. So we've gone through a quarter of the season. So you can kind of gauge how many cows we're going to get. And so far, like I said, no cows have tipped over, if you know what I mean. I'm guessing the cows will live to be about 10 years old on 6 days seasons. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. I know someone said there is a way to find out how long they'll live for how many days a season you play. But we're just going to wait until to see when they start keeling over. And like I said, I'm not going to sell the cows. I mean, I'm just going to try to get out of them what I get out of them. When they keel over, they keel over, I guess. Not going to be too concerned about it. Because like I said, I think if I sell them, I'm only going to get like 2,000 back for them. And money is not going to be an issue, as you can see for the amount of milk that we're selling now. And of course, the more fields that we're getting, the more crops we're selling. I don't have a loan. I pretty much got all the equipment I think we're going to need. Do I really need the big Chrome M? Not really, but it's just going to help me out. I could definitely get by with a butterfly mower that we have. That will work just fine. So I'm not going to really be buying more equipment, but more fields for sure. Like I said, that field behind me, did I say it was a half million, like 477,000. So with a 500,000 liters of soybeans that we're going to be selling here shortly, that's probably going to bring me in like what, $700,000, somewhere around there. And the big Chrome M is like 450,000. So if I just sell soybeans, I'm pretty sure I could sell milk. I didn't even check to see what the milk price is today. What is the milk going for today? Well, I probably wouldn't sell it today. The price is going down at 1,200, so I'd probably wait and sell it then. Oh, I should mention though, when I did spread the lime down in the new big field, I think it cost me somewhere around $24,000 in lime cost. So not too bad. But like when I showed you the precision farming map where it didn't show any color, when it was spreading lime there, it didn't, even though it showed that it was spreading lime, it wasn't using lime out of the Breedle spreader. Because I guess as far as precision farming goes, it's in tolerance, but when you walk over the field though, it shows that there's no lime there whatsoever. It shows as the pH level as 0. It shows as bad. But for some reason, it's showing the nitrogen level as I did the cow manure. So I'm not too sure. So when I went over it with a soil sensor, it soil sensed, but for some reason the pH level doesn't seem to exist on that soil. I don't know why. So if you have heard of that issue, run into the issue yourself, or maybe you're playing on this map and you run into the same situation in that part of the field, just let me know. Maybe it's a map issue. I'm not saying it is a map issue. I just have no idea why it's doing that myself. I even, before I did all that, where I resensed the soil with the I keep saying crop sensor, with the soil sensor, I exited Farming Simulator and reloaded the map, reload the game, reload the map, and then went over the soil sensor, and yeah, it's doing the same thing. So not sure what it is about that part of the map where it shows the nitrogen level but not the pH level. Don't know why. Is it a big deal? No, but I'm just curious to find out why it's doing that. I don't know. So this I'm going to be able to fit all the canola into the combine harvester on this load. If I go by last year, we had about 90,000 liters of canola. I should not get that much this year because we put the silo bunker in right there. So probably get maybe like 80,000 liters of canola, which should all fit into the combine. Just have to go and put it in the silo bunker, and that should be good until winter. So like I said, beginning of next episode, I should have already started the wheat harvest, and the baler will be behind it making straw bales. I probably will harvest actually the oat field first in field 11, because I got to put corn down. Now I thought about planting the corn in this field today, but I want it to be in sequence with the other field, so they're ready on the same day, if that makes sense. So I'll have to wait until that oat field is ready for harvest. Hopefully just another day or so, and then I can do that. So the oat field may already be harvested, but when we start next episode, this combine will be in the other fields doing the wheat, and we'll probably over here, well actually probably in field 11, I'll have to crop sense that, field number 11, and we got to plant the corn down and get ready for our chaff. and then I'll have to start moving some silage from this bunker down here to the upper bunker and prepare for the end of the episode, which would be the corn chaff harvest and the soybean harvest. But I like how much progress we made in this episode. So like I said, let me know if you think if this is going too fast, or you like progressing a little bit faster but not as fast as we're doing it, or you're happy with the way we're doing it this episode. Just let me know. But this episode and the next episode are probably going to be done in the same form. So at least have 2 episodes this way. Like I said, just kind of, I don't want to say skip through a year. Originally I was just going to skip a year and not show anything, but I didn't think that was fair to you guys. I don't want to skip a whole year and just be like, hey, we got an extra 400 cows or something. Have no idea. So there is that harvest. Nope, we got more over here. I'll have to come down with the truck afterwards, because that is up at the farm. I probably got to put some silage into the TMR mixer. But we'll head up there and I'll show you how the cows are doing, how much milk we got. So we sold the milk on the first day of spring at night. So it's almost been one season, not a year, one season. And I'll show you how much milk we got as well. Now that I harvested this field, do I need to... Nope, nothing out of data, so we're fine here. We are fine. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here with the pH level, but like I said, it shows the nitrogen level. The yield it's showing, because I harvested field number 16 this year. Yeah, last year with the soybeans. Field 15 we just bought, and of course field 11 I haven't done yet. So yeah, show me this, what type of soils there, which is loam and sandy loam. Is it loam or loam? I have no idea. Yeah, let's escape out of that. I'll extend the pipe here because I have to come down and get the grain out of here. And, oh, perfect. We're up here at the farm. I'm getting a lot of cow feed that's being dumped out. Almost a full bucket a day now. They're dumping out almost 7,000 liters. I heard you. Of silage a day. We fine on water? Yeah, we got caught up on water. So we're up to 172,000 liters of milk ready to be sold. That's how much we're getting now in a season. The silage, we're just burning through that, like I said. This is how much silage we got left in this bunker here, which, like I said, is now below 3... Well, I do got 90,000 liters in the trailer right now, but... so that would be 360,000 liters of silage is what I got left. Like I said, if I can definitely dump silage back in here because there's silage in here. But someone said I cannot dump silage into an empty bunker. It will not let me do that, which I think you're correct, because when you look at the bunker on the stored page, it shows chaff and grass is what you can dump in there, not silage. But like I said, what I can do in the fall is just cut some grass, a little bit of grass, pick it on up, and then we'll put it in here, compact it, let it turn to silage, and then once it's silage, I should be able to dump it down in there. We're doing all good here. So the number you guys probably want to see at this point are the number of cows that we have, and the number is 394. So in 1/4 of a season, from the end of winter to the first day of spring, we had 349. Till the first day of summer, 394 cows we're currently at. You can see every 2 days they require 162,000 liters of TMR, and the hay, silage, grass does not matter. They need about a bale and a half a day, because we got 20,000 liter bales. A bale and a half a day of straw. Water, they require almost 400,000 liters of water per day. And cleanliness is cleanliness. You can see we'll be getting a lot of newborns, of course. The one I want to show you, because a lot of people were concerned about it a couple years ago. Not that one. Where is he? The biggest male that we got. I don't know. I'm curious. No, he's not there yet. So he's at 1984 pounds. I'm waiting to see if he hits 2,000. He is 5 years old, and like I said, he's not even the oldest cow, because the oldest cows we got are going to be... Are they almost 8 years old now? 7.8 are the oldest cows that we got, which makes sense. They should be about almost 2 years older than what season that we're in, and we're beginning a 7th year. So, yeah, I got about probably 2 more years on those cows at least. So if we go by this number here, that we got almost, we got 40 cows in one season. I got three seasons to go. That's another 120. If you want to go by that number. And if I go by that number, we should have like 520 cows by the end of the year. Will we get there? It's hard to say because, like I said, once a cow gives birth, I don't think they can have offspring for another year, but they'll produce milk for a year. And it's hard to tell by how many offspring we got. Like I said, I'm not going to go 400 cows. I'm not going to sit here and count how many cows are expecting offspring because that would take forever. But let's see. We probably got, if we go here, let's see. I planted wheat. We planted wheat on the 3rd day of spring. That's how long it was before the ground temperature got up. So probably I got 2 more days. So we'll probably be on the 3rd day of summer when we're harvesting the wheat and the oats and replanting the corn. The corn I got to plant right away. I got to plant corn either today or tomorrow. All right, so I'll probably may see you the 2nd day of summer. I got to figure out how to do this now. We'll figure it out. I don't know. If the oats aren't, I tell you what, if the oats aren't in field number 11 are ready for harvest by tomorrow, I may just go ahead and say screw the oats because I need corn in that field. That's why we bought it for. And I won't sell the milk until we come back, but hopefully the soybeans, I definitely will show you the sale of the soybeans. Like I said, we got 505,000 liters of soybeans to sell, correct? So waiting for that price to get up to, I almost said 1,600, 1,200-ish. So we're getting really, really close. If we go by seasons, last year the high price was on the 3rd day of summer. And the year before was on the 4th day of summer, and I kind of missed it. So could it be the best price will be tomorrow? So I'll probably see on the 2nd day of summer is what I'm going to say. We'll probably sell the soybeans. I don't want to miss it. Got to sell the soybeans, get the cash so I can get the Big Crone M. And then we can cut the grass. I probably should look at the forecast because cutting grass is kind of important to me. As we do know, today is a Thursday. So tomorrow there's no chance of precipitation. And the chance of dry grass is good. Saturday is not a good day to mow grass. As we can see, it's a rainy day. But the day after is looking really good. And the wind speed is pretty darn good. So Sunday and Monday, I may wait that long. So 1, 2, 3. That's like the 4th and 5th day of summer. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Just wing it, I guess. Kind of like the end of this episode, the way I'm winging it. So here we go. We went from basically the first day of winter in this episode to about the first day of summer. So half a year. It's kind of what we wanted to do. Now we've got to sit around and wait for everything to be ready. I think the grass is ready as well. Let me just double check on the grass before. Let's see. In order to do that, I got to go to here, turn on grass. And then go back to here. Yep, all dark orange. So that's the grass is at its highest it's going to be. So that's ready to be harvested. Yeah, we'll like to do this with a Big Crone M for sure. But who knows? I may go ahead and cut the grass with the butterfly mower. I got to see how I feel. Because I've been here for a while doing this episode alone. But anyways, I think it's time to wrap it up because I'm just rambling on now. That's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching. As always, I'll catch you again right here in Griffin, Indiana. But until then, have a good one.